I worked guest services on the Liberty of the Seas for 3 years. I checked in thousands of passengers. But I'll never forget the man who boarded without a ticket, because he didn't exist. It was a routine embarkation day in Miami, March 2013. Families, couples, retirees. We scanned boarding passes, matched faces to passports, took credit cards for onboard expenses. Around 2 p.m., when the rush had died down, a man walked up to my counter. He was mid-40s, average height, wearing a navy blue jacket and khakis. No luggage. No family. He smiled politely and said, "I believe I'm checked in." I asked for his boarding pass. He patted his pockets. "I must have misplaced it," he said. "My name is Thomas Reed." I typed it into the system. Nothing. I checked by cabin number. Nothing. I asked for his ID. He handed me a driver's license from Florida. It looked real, photo matched, holograms intact. But when I scanned the barcode, the system returned an error, invalid, not found. I called my supervisor. She came over. She looked at the license, looked at the man. "Sir, when did you book this cruise?" He paused. "A few months ago. Through a travel agent." She asked which agent. He said he didn't remember. She asked for his booking confirmation email. He said he didn't have his phone. My supervisor was patient but firm. "Sir, without a valid booking, I can't let you board." The man didn't argue. He just nodded. "I understand," he said. Then he turned and walked toward the gangway. Not away from it, toward it. My supervisor called security. But before anyone could stop him, he had already stepped onto the gangway. Security footage later showed him walking up the ramp, onto the ship, and into the crowd. No one stopped him because no one saw him after that. We did a full passenger count. Every single person on board was accounted for by name, cabin, and ticket. No Thomas Reed. We searched the ship from bow to stern, every deck, every bathroom, every crew area. Nothing. The ship sailed at 5 p.m. At 7 p.m., a cabin steward reported that a man in a navy blue jacket had been seen walking into a storage closet on deck 3. Security opened the closet. Empty. But on the floor, they found the driver's license. The same one the man had shown me. I was called to identify it. I confirmed it was his. The license was sent to Miami PD. They ran it through their database. The name, photo, and address didn't match any real person. The license was a perfect forgery, but the address on it was a vacant lot that had been empty since 1985. The cruise continued. No other incidents. But on the last night, I was reviewing security footage from embarkation day. I watched the man walk up the gangway. Then I noticed something strange. The passengers around him, they all had shadows. He didn't. Not on the gangway, not on the deck, not anywhere. I checked frame by frame. No shadow. I showed my supervisor. She told me to delete the footage. "Bad lighting," she said. But I know what I saw. And sometimes, late at night on a ship, I think about Thomas Reed. I wonder if he ever got off. Or if he's still walking the corridors, looking for a cabin that doesn't exist. Cruise ship pools are filled with desalinated seawater. It's filtered, chlorinated, safe. But one night, the pool on deck 11 turned into something else. And I was the one who found the body. I was a night deckhand on the Carnival Breeze in 2018. My job was to clean the public areas from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. The pool on deck 11 was my last stop. Usually it was empty after midnight. But on the night of June 14th, as I approached, I heard water splashing. Not a swimmer, more like a wave lapping against a hull. I walked closer. The pool was dark, but the motion sensors turned on the underwater lights. The water was murky. Not the usual crystal blue. It was gray-green, thick, and it smelled like low tide, rotting seaweed and salt. I radioed my supervisor. He came down. We both stared at the pool. The water level was higher than normal, almost overflowing. And it was moving. Not from wind or pumps. The pumps were off. It was swaying, like the pool was connected to the ocean itself. My supervisor told me to drain it. I opened the drain valve. Nothing happened. The water didn't go down. He tried the emergency drain. Still nothing. He called engineering. They sent a technician. The technician checked the pipes. He came back white-faced. The intake line is open, he said. But it's not connected to the desalination system. It's connected directly to the sea. That's impossible. The intake lines are below the waterline, but they go through filters and pumps. They don't just open into the pool. The technician said the valves had been tampered with. Someone had bypassed every safety mechanism. We decided to close the pool area and investigate in the morning. But as we turned to leave, the water in the pool stopped swaying. It went still. Then, slowly, something rose to the surface. A hand. Pale, wrinkled, with broken fingernails. Then an arm. Then a shoulder. A body floated up, face down, wearing what looked like an old-fashioned sailor's uniform, not modern. The fabric was rotting. I called security. They fished the body out with a net. It was a man, maybe 50, but the decomposition was strange, not consistent with being in chlorinated water. The medical examiner later said the body had been in salt water for at least 2 weeks. But the ship had been at sea for only 3 days, and the pool was drained and refilled every morning. The body was never identified. No missing person report matched. The ship's logs showed no one had gone overboard. But here's the part that haunts me. When they drained the pool the next morning, after the body was removed, the water that came out was crystal clear. No salt. No smell. The technician checked the intake line. It was closed. Sealed. As if it had never been opened. I asked my supervisor what happened. He said, the ocean gave something back. Don't ask why. I quit 2 weeks later. I still don't swim in pools. Not on land. Not on ships, because I know, sometimes, the ocean remembers what it's taken. And it has a long memory.